What's up, guys? Welcome to this edition of SuperSickMedia News. Today I wanted to talk about a couple things that I have read on IGN specifically, and the first thing is that Sony is going to be having a PlayStation sale. If you're running low on cash but you want to get your hands on some new games, then you'll be happy to know that this sale is going to be their spring fever sale is going to go out throughout the entire month of March, and they're going to be marking down the prices significantly, $15, $10, even $5 on some games, and it's going to range from everything from Need for Speed, several games in the Need for Speed series, several Call of Duty games, several GTA games, and a whole bunch of other, indie games and DLC for games. And most of these games are pretty old, but who can beat $5 for a game? Come on. That is, gamers can be pretty cheap, Gaming is an expensive hobby, and sometimes you gotta go the cheap route if you want to keep playing them. So this is great. Look into that, look forward to that. It's going to be rolling out this month, several different sales, won't all be at once. So, continue checking that store. As for the PS4, you're not going to find many games specifically for that. You're going to find one that's going to be Awesome Knots, which has yet to be released on the PS4, but when it does come out, it's going to be cheap. The PS4 doesn't have that many games out anyway, so, what are you going to do? When it does have more games out, then probably it'll have more sales. So I made a video before talking about the Xbox One March update, and IGN has made a video where they do a run through of the actual update, the early pre-release version, and they kind of went through a few things. They talked about how and showed that the friends list has been updated to where it's easier to access your actual friends, and it's easier to see what they're doing at a specific time. There's less button presses. You don't have to keep digging deep in there just to find out what they're playing, and if you're playing the same game or whatever. So that's a really neat feature. The feed has been pushed off to the side, so if you have an Xbox One and you didn't like how the UI was, how the friends list was handled, 10 steps forward with the 360 system and then 5 steps back with the Xbox One. If you felt that way, then you'll probably be happy with this update. Another feature this update's going to add is that when you start a party, the party chat will automatically be activated. On the Xbox One originally and currently, you have to manually go in and activate the party chat, even if you started a party already, which kind of is counterintuitive. But this update's going to remedy that, and a lot of it is to make sure that Titanfall, when it's released, is going to run smoothly on the Xbox One, I'm sure. And they're trying to make sure, they're pulling out all the stops to make sure that this game runs smoothly, because it's the Xbox One's first big ticket game. It's their first big game that they want this game to push consoles. So hopefully it'll work out well, and this update it'll help out the Xbox One users and make the experience a lot more enjoyable. FEZ is going to be released on the PS4, PS3, and PS Vita March 25th for the US and Canada, North America in general, and March 26th for Europe. Now, FEZ is a game that is quite popular. It was released last year on Steam or on PC and on the Xbox 360 and the arcade, and it's quite popular. It's an interesting concept, and it sold like over 1 million units or something like that, and it was good for an indie game. And the sequel was announced. It was announced already, and they went ahead and canceled it. Phil Fish, which is the creator of the game, he canceled the project a month after he announced it. It was like in July of last year, and he blamed it basically on all the criticism he was getting for the game from consumers and fans and things like that, which criticism can be hard to deal with a lot of times. And my channel's not quite big, and it's not nearly big enough to where you start, that really hits you and you get tons and tons of criticism. I mean, like right now, I already feel it, and when I get a dislike on a video, I'm like, whoa, what did I do to earn that dislike? But to be honest, it's fair to, you know, do the dislike, and you gotta look at it as constructive criticism, and you have to, you know, figure out what they didn't like. It would help if, you know, they left comments or something saying why they didn't like it, but apparently that's a little too difficult. But yeah, so, you know, I kind of see both sides of the story. Hopefully this will bolster sales enough to where they'll want to make a second FEZ, and, you know, everyone will be happy, because that game looks quite interesting, and I'm looking forward to playing that on the PS4. Alright guys, if you enjoyed the video, if you were informed at all, don't forget to like, follow me on Twitter to be notified when I'm uploading, or if you know, want to say hi on there. Also, if you have any thoughts on any of the subjects, let me know in the comment section down below. I want to hear your thoughts. And if you haven't already, subscribe, and have a nice day. Stay super. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.